Hello, this is Kelly from Root Pursuit, and this is another episode of our BOHO series. And I've got this cool mandala that I've put on one of my pages. Here's the back side. At any rate, this design has 4 pockets. So each side of this circle has a pocket in it. So, all right. So we're going to do 2 things today. We're going to show you how to do this pocket and then how to make these little boho cards with your flower stamps. So let's go ahead and get started. So, all right. First things first, let's go ahead and show you how the mandala pocket works. It's quite simple. So I already glued this one on, so I'm just gonna take a second one and show you how I did it originally. So you have basically a circle item, and you want to do basically an X or a plus, and you know, depending on, I suppose you could draw a line and then put the glue line on there. That would work. I'm using my Fabrifix glue because it has that fine point on it, which works really good for pockets. Other types of glue may not be as good for this type of project, but I literally have a line here and a line here, and before it dries, because it dries pretty quickly, I'm going to go ahead and I don't want to put my fingers on there. I want to get it kind of a bit over to the left of my paper because I want, and you know what? I didn't even do it. It was an accident, but I glued it on my lines for the design. So you could also do that. That was just lucky. I was not paying attention to that at all. And then you wait until it's fully dry, and then voila, you've got 4 wonderful tuck pockets to get started. So I'll save this for maybe this book or another project. So it's very boho looking, and I love the wonderful sort of older wallpaper look, and then that modern sort of astrology bohemian look. So it's very cute. Okay, so now that I have this, let's go ahead and show you the cards. Now there's lots of different ways that you can, or shapes that you can use for this project. So you can use the rectangle shape, and eventually my book page, my spine of my book is going to be here. So I don't really want, logically, taking something out at an angle isn't going to work very well, which is why I decided to make my pockets this way. You could, however, make a smaller square and have it so the pocket just sticks out on the corner. So let's just say, let me see. Oh, I did have something. Okay. So for instance, this, if I wanted a square, I could just put it in like that. It fits quite nicely. It would still come out upwards, but you still have a nice corner, and then you could add a little tip to the end, or just that would be your clasp. And it's basically using this part of the paper instead of putting on some kind of a ribbon tag or fabric scrap. So okay, so that kind of gives you an idea, hopefully, of how these work. Now again, I'm just using the same method I used before, which is I'm taking some flowers that I have, and then just by, you know, picking some different colors, I'm doing, let's see how I make sure, goodness, sticky fingers. Okay, so let's see how I did this. This is how I punched it on here, try to keep it a little consistent, and then I just did one in every corner. And using reds and pinks, I think lends itself really well to this project. And then you can just kind of pick one side and stagger it. So this one isn't coming down quite so far. And with all my pointing, I of course got ink on the middle there, but I'm gonna go ahead and let that one dry. okay. Try really hard not to ink my middle of my paper this time. I did do both ends, but I end up not even being able to see the one end because I had the tag over it. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I just love how these look. They look sort of Moroccan or something like that. And because the background is still light, even though it has like this yellow lattice, that's the word I'm looking for, you can still use it for journaling space. So that works out nicely. So yeah, all it takes is a partial circle to make these little deals. Ooh, and we just dry these a little bit so that we can ink on the back. So we're doing the same thing. With this one, I'm going to use a purple ink. And then, so I'm gonna do one big purple in the middle. Here, I'll show you what it's gonna look like. And let me get a little more ink on there. I did that one kind of light, but I can get more ink on there to make sure it's nice and rich in color. So I kind of felt like this BOHO series wasn't going fast enough for me. And so I'm trying to kind of triple some of my projects. So I'm doing like 3 projects in one video. So we'll see how that goes. We shall see how it goes. Okay, I'm just gonna do this on my finger because I don't want to ink my paper underneath this paper. Okay, so that's what we have. Really, yeah, cute design. So that's looking good. Oh, we got to do 3 more. I'm so silly. 2 more. Math is hard. All right, so we're just gonna do the big one first. And of course I inked the tips of my fingers as usual. Hopefully this one gives a nice dark image. Not as good as that second one I did. But I think there's a good chance that you probably have, if you have any kind of rubber stamp collection, you probably are gonna have some flower stamps that would work for this project. So hopefully. All right, I'm just gonna do the end there, get that nice. And my corners on this one are darker, which I think is totally fine. Ugh, I wish I wouldn't get that ring around. Let's try not to do that. Okay, if I had it on all of them, that would be fine, but you guys must wonder how I do anything. I'm kind of a disaster. But anyway, okay, so we're gonna do that ring around because I got it on the first one, so that's fine. There. Now they're consistent. And that's all I really care about. So now I am doing the brown inking around the edges. I'm just gonna try and do that real quickly. Not too worried about this. Okay, that's pretty fast. Those are a bit darker than the other ones, and I managed to get ink on both sides, so that's good. All right, so now we have our little piece of fabric for the top end. So I decided I didn't have enough of this, so I'm just going to do 2 different types of fabric. So I'll do 2 pinks. I'll do 2 pinks here, and then I'll use these greens for the opposite side. And I also need my stapler. So basically I'm just going in sideways, flipping that around, and stapled. And that's all that takes. Now I've got 2 more to do with my green. I don't know, I don't really like that at an angle, so I will keep that for some kind of scrap. All right, so then we go in backwards, make sure we've got enough on both sides, and stapled. Okay, where'd the other one go? And this one I put little holes in it because I was doing another project, but I don't think that's gonna matter too much. Okay. All right, so now we have 4 tags, and I'm gonna do, we'll try the blue side first, and then we'll do the other side and see how that goes. Okay, so there you have it. Those are my little pockets. So then we have one, you know, an original or, you know, unique writing space for each and every corner. So we got nice 4 tuck spots, a very busy page. So that looks super cute. I'm very happy with that. I didn't quite leave enough room on this side for fringe, so I do plan on putting some fringe over there. And I do have to remember to be mindful of keeping that available for fringe. Now, this page is okay, but I really want to emphasize this more. I could use my liquid pearls or stickables or whatever, stickles, sorry, and you know, put little items around here. I'm actually going to pull out, and this is something I haven't used in a long time, I'm going to pull out my sequins. I know, look at this. Oh, I usually use these for like kid crafts or whatever, but these are really good for boho too, so that's exciting. And I got lots of little ones in here, and I don't know if I'm these aren't real organized, and it's hard to find the little ones, so I'm probably not going to be too picky about the order. I've got a lot of little ones in here. They're like Christmas colors, so I have to be careful not to make it look Christmassy. Okay. Oh, these are neat little gold ones. If I could get some of those. I need my little tweezers, my little jewel tweezers for this. Actually, there's little hearts in here. That would be cute if I had some hearts that were that size, or even a little smaller. Oh, that's not hard at all. But I think that's not gonna, I'm probably not gonna do that. That'll be too much. I know, too much, right? Silly. So, yeah, I did actually find quite a few of those little gold ones. See if I can find a couple more. And yeah, found 2 more. Awesome. And then hopefully it'll be enough to give me some kind of a pattern to go around the edge with. So that would be lovely. These are kind of fun. You don't really know what you have until you start digging in here. Oh, I think I grabbed the wrong one. I could pick in here all day. I'm sure you don't want to watch me pick in here. little gold ones. Okay, I'm done with that. My Fabrifix glue will work good, I believe, for these sequins. These pinks are kind of nice. Probably not going to use the purples. All right, so I've got these golds. Let's go ahead and put them in the center. I think that's what I want to do with those. So there's these little like leaf things in the center. I'm just going to pull out my glue and put a little dab in each spot and see how it goes. As long as my glue is coming out. Okay, hopefully that will do it. Dun-dun-dun. Glue. Okay. So now I'm just gonna place one of those gold pieces. Oof. I know, and I'm starting to panic because this is about how long it takes for this to dry. Don't panic. I'm going to put more glue on. More glue. There we go. Oh, some of these, oh, that one's kind of like, there's like a mistake on one of them that I put on. I think you're coming out of there. You're a boo-boo. The design isn't quite centered on there. There we go. That's better. And this one is a boo-boo as well. Coming out. Then I can stand back and see how I like it. It's pretty good, pretty good. Ooh. Put a little flower thing in the middle. Yeah. I don't know about any of that. It's hard to decide. Okay, I'm gonna make a decision. Okay, there we go. All right. So picking your sequins is half the battle, but just make sure none of those fall off, and they didn't. They stayed right on there. So this is another idea that, you know, any kind of flower pattern paper, you can take any paper, let's just say it was this paper, and, you know, put a sequin or a stickle in it, any paper design, and you know, add these features, and that works really well with boho. So I hope you'll give that a try. I even saw one where there were little flowers. They were like lace. So the lace had like a rose on it or a daisy or something, and each little petal had a sequin in it. So that's a really great way to add that boho feel to something that isn't necessarily boho already. So I hope you like that idea, and we'll go ahead and we'll put these around here this way. See how we like that better. And there. Okay, nice. 3 ideas for your boho today, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in finding more about me, you can go ahead and check the links in the description under this video. And as always, thanks for coming along, and I'll talk to you later.